back in 2004, Carolyn White was a friend of Bill Goree's, and she contacted our board president, Libby Lee, and the Gorees had lost their daughter Sarah in this horrible, tragic car accident. And she was 17. She'd got killed. I think she was going to the prom that night. But anyway, she was just at the prime of her life. And Miss Carolyn White knew Bill and Lisa Goree, her parents, and she became friends with them. And out of that friendship, Miss White saw how heartbroken they were from losing their child. And so she came to us, and with a group of people, and Libby Lee and other people got together, and they wanted to do something to make the Gorees feel better, to kind of help them get over the loss of their daughter. And so out of that, they met with us, and Bill and Lisa and just different people got together, and they came up with the idea to have a Sarah Elizabeth Goree Memorial Gift for Children Fund. And so they established it here at the CAC. And the first donations were just kind of people would give them in memory of their loved one or in honor of somebody. And so this fund got established in about 2004. And people would make a donation, $30, $20, whatever, instead of sending flowers. Sometimes people would say, make a donation to the CAC. So it started off really small, and every year the fund would just grow a little bit, and people would learn about the fund. And about 4 years ago, Bill's brother worked at Room Store, and he just came up with the idea of having a Boston Butt fundraiser. And so they had the first Boston Butt fundraiser at Room Store about 4 years ago, and I think they sold about 300 butts that year. And then the next year they expanded it and went to the parking lot of Bruno's and sold a few more butts. And then last year was the biggest, and it was at Camping World. And so they set up their cookers, and they had a huge sale, sold over 600 butts. And this year they are trying to sell 900 butts and ribs. So every year it has grown a little bit bigger. But the great thing about the Boston Butt Sale, besides that it generates money for the center, it has become a kind of a healing project for that family. They kind of turned it into a family reunion, and they sing and they party, and they, for 4 or 5 nights there. And Camping World has been so great because they've allowed them to use campers and set up there, and they can just kind of stay there for the whole time, and so it's become a really good partnership. But over the last 10 years, that fund has raised almost $50,000 for the CAC. So just from somebody caring about somebody and wanting to help, that little seed was planted, and now then they are able to have this really great fundraiser. And I've watched them. We've become friends over the years, and I've watched how much it's meant to their family, especially to Sarah's grandmother, Peggy Hornsby. She gets out and works so hard and raises funds, and she gets sponsorships, and she's always so excited when she comes in with a new sponsor and brings it in to us and says this is, in memory of Sarah. So I think it's been a good way for them to find healing, but what a perfect way to honor children and honor their child by helping other children. So it's become something that's been, every year, like I said, it's grown bigger and bigger, and more people have gotten involved. So we're just grateful to the Gorees for this fundraiser, and wish everybody would go out and buy Boston Butts and have some good food to eat.